Hello students. Now in today's session I will explain question number 7 of exercise 5.2. So we have 4 sums under question number 7. So let us check what is there in question number 7. Where will the hour hand of a clock stops if it starts from 6 and turns through 1 right angles? Now before we approach with question number A, sum number A, we need to understand one logic, that one right angles, because we are talking about clock, so we need to understand that what right angle means how many steps you have to move. So one right angle means what? 90 degree, isn't it? And 90 degree means how many steps you have to move? 3. Fine. 1 2 3. If you check this part, see, if this is a clock, fine, 12 3 6 and 9. So suppose if you are standing here, so these are all 90 degree, isn't it? Just a minute. So we have studied in the north side direction also, this direction also. If we consider this as 12, this is 3, this as 9 and 6. So you see these are all 90 degree, isn't it? These are all 90 degree. So if you suppose if you are facing 12 and if you have to move one right angle, that means the distance that you have to cover from here to here, that means how many numbers you are moving. That means here we have 1, 2 and 3, that means 3 numbers you have to move to cover one right angle. Fine. So this is the logic that you have to remember, that one right angle means how many steps you have to move? You have to move 3 steps. 2 right angle means what? 3 plus 3. Just a minute. 2 right angle means 1 right angle equals to 3 steps. 2 right angle means 3 plus 3, that is 6 steps, and so on. Fine. So now let us check that if our hand is facing 6 and it moves, and if it moves one right angle, so where the hour hand will stop. So this is the question. So first of all we have to assume this particular drawing as a clock. Okay, assume this as a clock. Now this is a middle number. Now suppose we know that it is 1 2, this is 4 5, this is 6, sorry I have written wrong. So this is 9 and this is 6, so this is 7 8 and this is 10 and this is 11. Okay, now suppose we are facing at 6, suppose our hand is facing 6, and how many right angles it has to move? One right angle, that means it will move 3 steps, that is after 6 3 steps, 1 2 3. Now it will stop at 9. So you have to also show the direction. Obviously the direction will be clockwise only, but still you will show the direction as well. Right. So what you have to write? You have to write that if our hand of a clock starts from 6, isn't it, and turns through one right angle, comma, it will stop at where? It will stop at 9. So this is the language that you have to write. Now let's move on to sum number B. Yes, now what we have in sum number B, so we are facing, the hour hand is facing 8, and from 8 the hour hand will need to move 2 right angles. Now 2 right angles means what did I said? One right angle is equals to 3 steps. 2 right angles means how many steps? 3 plus 3, that is 6 steps, 6 numbers you have to move. Fine. And obviously the direction would be clockwise only. Now 12 3 9 and 6, so we have to assume this as clock, and this is 1, this is 2 4 5 7 8 10 and 11. Now we are facing 8, that means this is the number that we are facing. Okay, so this hour hand is facing 8. Now it has to move 2 right angles, that means 6 steps. So from here we will count 1 2 3 4 5, 6. That means it will stop at where? It will stop at 2. Okay, so we need to show the direction, in which direction the hour hand moved. That means this direction. Okay, so this is how you will do the drawing part. Now let us write the language part. Even the language part is also very important. So if our hand of a clock starts from 8 and turns through two right angles, comma, it will stop at 2. Okay, so this is the solution of sum number B. Now let's move on to sum number C. Now from 10 and turns through 3 right angles. Now 3 right angles. 3 right angles would be how many steps? I know most of you knows it. So 3 plus 3 plus 3. So 3 right angles means we have to take 9 steps. We have to move 9 steps. Fine. So now let us move. That is 12. This would be 3. This would be 9, and this would be 6. So this is a middle point. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10 and 11. Now initially the clock hand is facing 10. Here is 10. Okay, so now clock hand is facing 10. And how many steps it has to move? 9. So we'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 and 9. So it will face number 7, students. 7. So we'll also show the direction. So it is how the hour hand has moved, like this. Okay, so now we'll write the language. So if hour hand if hour hand of a clock starts from 10 and turns through 3 right angles, full stop, it will stop at 7. It will stop at 7. Okay. So now this is the solution of sum number C. Let's move on to the last sum of today's session. That is sum number D of question number 7. Now initially the hour hand is facing 7 and it needs to turn through 2 straight angles. Now this is something different. Now one straight angle you have to understand first. One straight angle is equals to 180 degree. Remember that. Okay, one straight angle is equals to 180 degree. So 2 straight angle would be what? 2 straight angle would be, you can write 180 plus 180 or 2 into 180. Both will give you the same answer, that is 360 degree. And we know that if anything moves 360 degree, that means 360 degree is equals to what? One complete revolution. One complete revolution. And if I have to know that how many 90 degrees it will move, then we will divide 360 by 90. That means 4 right angles. Understood? And 4 right angles means what? And 4 right angles means how many steps it has to move? That means 4 into 3. That means 12 steps it will move. Understood? This is how you have to understand. That is one straight angle. First of all, what I did, I wrote it down that what is the measure of one straight angle? It is 180 degree. Then I came to know that what is 2 straight angles? That means I have to move 360 degree. Now we know that if we move 360 degree, it is equivalent to one complete revolution. and one completed revolution means how many right angles we have to move? 4 right angles we have to move. Fine, 4 right angles, and 4 right angles means how many steps we have to move? That means 12 steps. It's as easy as this. So let's move to the next page. Now consider this as a watch. Now, so this is 1, this is 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10 and 11. Now initially our hand is facing 7, isn't it? Now let us write 7 here. So it is facing 7. Now it has to move 12 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it will come back to 7 only, isn't it? So the direction will be shown as here. This is what you have to show. Okay, this is 360 degree, or you can say 4 right angles, or you can say 12 steps. Fine. So what to write? How to conclude your solution? So you will write, if our hand of a clock starts from 7 and turns through 2 straight angle. Just a minute. Two straight angle. Now 2 straight angle, in bracket you can write 360 degree, or you can write 4 right angles. Okay, that will be easier to understand. So 2 straight angles means 360 degree or 4 right angles. So it will stop at 7 only. Okay, so I hope all of you have understood all the 4 sums. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. God bless you all and take care.